There is a side of God that is not spoken about enough. There is literally, even if it's spoken about, yeah, it's not spoken about enough. And that side is His mercy. I'm going to use a story to explain what I'm trying to say. So, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, I made a move that when I started looking back as at last year, I realized was the wrong move. Like, I was like, I'm not sure I was supposed to leave the country. Then I was working as a front-end developer. I was not sure I was supposed to switch to UX writing. I was thinking of all of this last year, right? That was when I started trying to get closer to God. And I was right. I probably was not supposed to leave the country or switch careers, but get this. Now it feels like everything that happened was what was supposed to happen. Look, this is the idea I'm trying to give. When God's mercy is at work in your life, even if you have missed it, the new path you have taken, God finds a way to make it look like that path you carved for yourself was actually the path that was meant for you. I don't know how to explain it. People say things like, what happened to you was supposed to happen to you so that you get to this place where you are. But I do not think it like that. For instance, I do not think a child has to get raped for her to become whoever she. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I do not think that was ever God's plan for that child. I do not think whatever happened to you was actually God's plan for you. But God's mercy is so skilled at making it look like that was God's plan for you. Like, you could have been raised in a great family, in a good family, but at some point, like the prodigal son, for instance, at some point he was like, let me get out, I want to do my thing, I want to get my inheritance and live my life. And then when he blew it all up, he came back, told his father he's sorry, and he came back. It's quick to say, yeah, God's plan for him was to leave the family and act out like he did so that his reward will be greater and all that. No, I'm very sure God's plan for him would have been for him to stay home and be a good son, right? But God's mercy is so skilled at making it look like that was God's plan for him. Like, we humans will look at the scenario and be like, oh, God's plan was for him to leave the family and blow up all his inheritance and so that he will come back and God will show you how merciful he is. Yes, God does show you how merciful he is, but I'm very sure God's plan was never to do that. God will never orchestrate evil to happen just so that good can happen. He can be good at showing mercy at people who commit evil so that they can turn out to be good. But you see, orchestrate evil, it's not his nature. It is not. Another instance is the story of Jonah, right? Let's be real with ourselves. Do you think God would have preferred Jonah to have gone straight to Nineveh instead of diverting to Spain? Of course not. But God always makes it. When I was reading the book of Jonah, it was so interesting that I finished the entire book like at once. I was like, it's so good. At that time, I was reading the book of Jonah as if, it was God's plan so that because the people on the boat, after they saw that throwing Jonah into the boat made the sea like calm down, made the storm settle, the people at the boat promised to serve Jonah's God, basically gave their lives to God. I won't say Jesus because Jesus was not there at the time. Now, it's easy for us to say, oh, it was God's plan for Jonah to, not go to where he asked him to. But no, God's will for Jonah was to go to where he was asked to directly. But if Jonah chose to act out, and if Jonah asks for mercy, God knows how to make it look like his acting out was his actual plan. That is what blows my mind about God's mercy. Like, this is what I'm saying. You might have stolen in the past, but the love of God and the love of Christ makes it look as if you were meant to steal so that you will get others that used to steal out of stealing. It's just it's a beautiful nature It wasn't God's will for you to steal. But if you have stolen and you're able to seek out his mercy genuinely, he would make your life come out as if that bad thing you used to do, you had to do it so that you will get to where you are. Because there is no way your journey will not just make sense. Like your journey, it's going to look like your life makes sense. God's mercy makes your life make sense. God's mercy makes it look like everything you've been through all adds up to a particular phase and season in your life. It's like God's mercy is so big. It's just beyond forgiving. It's beyond forgiving. It's literally turning your life around. God's mercy makes your life make sense. I don't know if what I'm trying to say right now makes sense, but I just got off a call that made it look as if all my mistakes in the past led up to this very moment. All my choices, when I was acting like as if I knew what I was doing, but I did not know what I was doing. I don't even know where I was going. But it looked as if right now I had the picture, but it's not. I did not have the picture. I'm sorry. Like the result of the call I got off right now, that was never in the plan. Like I never saw myself as it. When the entire process started, I never saw myself as it. Like it, and I'm not even saying God let it. I'm not even going to put that on God at all. Like it was me misbehaving, but God found a way. Sorry, to make my misbehavior work for my good. I'm so sorry, but like, God is the master architect. There are names that they call him that I'm like, yes, you are right. When you get to experience it for yourself, you get what I'm trying to say. And I think all this is to say that I have been riddled by guilt before, feeling like, oh my God, I was raised in such a beautiful Christian background, but I fell off and I'm not sure God will really like me that much anymore. But that's a lie. God is not man. And I don't mean to say God is not man so you can use God however you want, but God is not man. And his mercy is not one that you can experience and want to run away from. His mercy is something you will experience and you really want to dwell there. It's like finding a tree in the desert with shade that covers you and water right there under the tree that just gives you everything you need to survive for the meantime in the desert and supply you the strength you need to get out of it. God's mercy should be the most talked about aspect of him, and I am grateful that it is. But I want us to take a step further to see how beautiful his mercy is. It's the reason why Christ had to die, because he had to show how merciful he was. I just want anyone who is riddled with thoughts of, am I even good enough? Is it possible for me? To actually come to experience God's mercy. God's mercy is it. God's mercy is... God's mercy is the whole package. It's the whole package. You can literally find everything in God's mercy. You find him in his mercy. You find your way in his mercy. You would learn what he wants from you in his mercy. I just thought to come on here and say this because why not? I mean, I hope you get curious about Christ and truly seek out his mercy. And what's beautiful is that you don't really need... I'm not going to say pastors are not useful. I love them. But I'm just saying it's seeking out God's mercy is not something you have to go to church for. You should go to church, please. But I'm just trying to say it's something you can do at any point in time. Like at any... I could stop this video right now and just spend 10-15 minutes seeking out God's mercy. I think how it started for me was just asking God, where are you? Who are you? How can I experience you? Just being genuine. At first, I was like, how can I even know how to talk to God? I saw a video about a girl saying they don't teach a baby how to suck milk from the nipple when they're born. And that is so true. They just come knowing how to suck. Like, it's just an innate nature in them. And it's the same with hearing God, speaking to Him, and getting understanding from Him. Because He literally made us in a way that we automatically know how to speak to Him. We just need to find the time and rest. And the more we do it, the more a baby sucks, the better they get at sucking. So much that they don't even want to leave the breast, right? So the more we pray, the better we get at, the more we pray, because you're seeking out God in prayer. It's not literally saying a list of words. It's like seeking Him out in prayer. So the more you pray, the better you get at praying. The more you seek Him, the better you get at seeking Him. The more you hunger for His nature, the more you get to know His nature. I feel like this was all over the place, and I just hope it made some sense, and I hope God blesses you, and I hope you get curious about God, because He's everything. God bless you.